So I've been thinking about my living situation recently and where my roots of discomfort come from. I get so irritated when I face inconveniences by other people. If there's more than one in a day, it messes up my whole day. And I know how that sounds. Life isn't smooth sailing, there will be bumps. I grew up with a parent which I perceived had so little tolerance for inconveniences, I wasn't sure what they really enjoyed in life, and didn't want to be like that as an adult myself. And I still don't, which is why I'm sitting here questioning the validity of whether I have a right to be pissy about being inconvenienced. The annoying part is, I am, but I'm not. I'm constantly at odds with understanding the extremely privileged position I'm in with how I want to live. Having in-laws providing me food and shelter should more than make up for the inconveniences they personally cause in our differences in lifestyle. It makes me constantly feel guilty, but I also need to keep in mind that their generosity isn't an exemption, that I should just grin and accept things. I need to remind myself that I'm allowed to be unhappy with my housemates' various behaviors. I suppose I should give an example. One morning, my partner put the dishwasher on before going to work, because it was full, and there'd be no plates for dinner if it waited till the evening during cheap energy time. His mother commented on it running, and by the afternoon had printed and stuck a chart of the optimal times for energy savings on the fridge, presumably so everyone was aware. It was a pretty passive-aggressive move, but I could respect it, seeing as it is their house. What I can't wrap my head around is how I catch her doing laundry in the middle of the day constantly then. I felt immediately pissy once, getting a text from her to take my laundry out of the dryer when it had been done no less than 20 minutes, which I know, because I'm consciously keeping track of it, but then she leaves her own load sitting in the dryer done for several days at a time. The extra kicker being that I'd waited to do my laundry but didn't, because I'd checked the laundry room and someone else had their basket there in front of the machine, holding a line, and I didn't want to be the asshole that slipped in ahead of them right at cheap energy time just because they were a little late. But then I ended up waiting to do my laundry, giving them the benefit of the doubt that today would be the day, and they just left their stuff there for 3 days straight. Could I have just done mine anyway and been pushy? Sure, but I didn't. I was the one trying to be considerate, and yet, I'm the one who gets rushed the second that mine is done drying. It's things like that, where I feel like I'm playing by a different set of rules than everyone else, and it isn't fair, because it also feels like I'm the only one actively trying to be considerate and conscious of those around me. Maybe I'm projecting. I feel like such a burden just existing that it bothers me that other people are so unbothered by their own inconvenience, and sometimes hypocritical behavior. It would help if I wasn't so goddamn aware all the time. I know other people aren't living their lives in constant calculation of themselves against those around them. In the given situation, I don't think my housemate has any idea that I'm judging them because I do notice that every time I catch them doing laundry is during expensive electricity hours, like they're either aware of the guidelines they printed out or are above those rules. Which again, is a major conflict. Like, it's not my house, I'm the burden, but I'm also struggling not to fall into that dichotomy of accepting myself as lesser, beholden to things that others aren't. I think dependents should be expected to do more, to contribute in ways that they can, but it's hard watching that effort immediately mitigated. Why do I have to try so hard when no one else seems to care? Like, sure, I saved some money for you by doing all of my things during low energy costs, but then if you go and do all of yours during high energy costs for no reason, then what was the point of me trying so hard? It's a depressing reality that just keeps popping up. It sounds dramatic to get so bummed about doing laundry, but inequality feels defeating, no matter what scale it's on. Crazy, awful things are happening in the world right now. As much as some of us try to be good people, it's easy to look around and find another human overwriting the strives that we make. And that feels awful. Like, what's the point? And yeah, this thought spiral is just over some stupid laundry, but sometimes it's almost worse, facing your wasted efforts in the small things, among the people closest to you. If the little daily stuff feels like fighting a losing battle, I struggle to find the will to stand up and try on a larger scale. I know it's ridiculous, and it doesn't help anyone to think this way, but how the hell am I supposed to do anything of worth when I can't even freely do my goddamn laundry?